Oh, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. As I, readjust myself in the chair because I'm like, oh, I can't actually tell, if I'm actually sitting in the right position for y'all to be able to see me, if this is even a thing. What is going on here? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday afternoon. Shout out to everyone in the chat so far. Kevin, Blaze Knight, I hope yo both are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon. God, I can't even keep the day straight at this point. All I know is my first stop. It's the beginning of my weekend. I'm actually really excited to, be able to sit down today and play some River City Girls 2. I'm actually like super stoked to play this game. Again, the game's out next week in North America. And normally this would be the type of situation where I'd be like, oh, well, thanks to for getting a press code. But actually, the game's actually out in Japan now. So if you have a Japanese eShop account or an account through, any other gaming service in Japan or other Asian regions, you can actually pick this a game up now with the English version on it. So that's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I missed the limited run physical run of River City Girls 2, and it was pretty expensive. Whereas the Japanese yen, when compared to the Canadian dollars, I'm in like a really good spot right now. So it was actually really cheap because there was a double pack for River City Girls 2 that was released in Japan that actually gives you the both 1 and 2 in one package, and it was like less than $40 to import. So it was just way cheaper to go down that route rather than getting River City Girls 2 on its own from the digital stores. But yeah, so I figure we're going to play this for a little bit. I'm actually going to go see a movie after we're done tonight, probably around 7 o'clock. So we're here to be here probably for about, a year, for an hour and a half or so. I can't see in the chat says, hi, is this the one that's on the free trial or is that the first one? So actually that is the first one here. So this one here, River City Girls, the original, is actually the one on the trial. And again, the trial is basically going until River City Girls 2 comes out next week. So again, this is the sequel, but it's just one of those things where it's a beat 'em up game. There's a story, but for the most part, it's just like, the story doesn't matter too much. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But to Kevin's point, also confirming that in the chat, yes, the trial, it's for the first game. First game's awesome as well, though. So if you've never actually played it, I actually really recommend it. It's a really good game. And which is why I'm actually super, super excited for the sequel. And also, there's even more significance to River City Girls 2 as well, because, this is the game that might break us with our, fantasy league this year with the trophy room, where, we, it all kind of hinges on River City Girls at this point, where, if this game does really well, then, we're gonna beat the trophy room. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna lose to Joe and Kyle, which we can't have happen. We can't let that stand anyways. So anyways, yeah, we'll definitely hop into it. And you're saying, I can't see that I need some tips for one. Absolutely. In fact, we'll talk about that as we play, because, I think a lot of that's going to apply to the second game. Although, I'm calling this a first look for a reason. I haven't played River City Girls yet too. So this is my first time jumping into it as well. But definitely we'll talk about some of the tips as we kind of go along here, but let's just hop into it. Let's just do this. I'm excited. Also, I noticed, because I wanted to make sure everything was working correctly and we didn't have any patches. So I did boot it up to, the start screen. And I will tell you right now, there will be loading times. And I'm going to have things to say about that probably in the review. In fact, if I move myself up a little bit here, you're going to see that. Because first of all, look how long it takes to load the cartridge. But then when we get here, there's going to be a loading bar that's going to come in here. With the two girls kind of fighting in the bottom, right-hand corner. And it takes about 30 seconds to a minute just to load the opening sequence for this game. So I don't know if that's actually just my cartridge or if it's the game itself. I've heard from other people that it's not cartridge based. It is actually something across the Switch version of the game. So it's just one of those things where hopefully it doesn't impede our progress too much. Yo, Drellich, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Or I guess for you, it's probably definitely much later. I hope you're having a wonderful day, though, my friend. We are here getting ready to jump into River City Girls 2 for the very first time. You better believe we're watching the intro, by the way, because the intro is very hype. And I'm excited to show this game off a bit and definitely get a chance to play it myself. So also, if the music's too loud and stuff, just let me know in the chat. Oh, the music in this game's so good. Oh, I'm so excited for this because I've been like, the soundtrack was actually like up before the game was out. It's by Megan Duffy. She does a lot of like techno pop stuff, and I really enjoyed listening to it, you know, before the game comes out. So I'm actually pretty familiar with the music. But yeah, I love kind of the anime intro we've got here. But then also we're gonna have like anime cutscenes with the manga panels, which is actually kind of returning from the first game as well. But let's jump into it. So we're gonna just create a new game. We'll just play with all the default stuff. Story mode. And now the important choice. So we actually get 4 different characters to start off with. There's actually 6 players in total, because you also get 2 additional unlockable characters as you play through the story. And they all kind of level up as you play through, because it kind of plays like an RPG in a way, but it's also a beat 'em up game. So we've of course got the 2 girls from the first game, Misako and Kyoko from the first one, but then we've got their boyfriends, Kunio and Riki, which are of course from the River City Ransom games. But I kind of want to just, you know, want to play as Kyoko. I like her character a lot. She's just, you know, very goofy and stuff, so I just like kind of her attitude. So I think we're gonna play as Kyoko to start. But I'm actually really excited for the 2 unlockable characters, because we've got a double dragon character, and then we've got a character from one of the offshoot, you know, River City Ransom games. So I'm actually excited to play as those characters a little bit later, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, let's just jump into it, and I'll even turn this up so we can hear the cutscene.
Let's go get a burger. I'm starving.
So, you guys were here the whole time?
Yes. Even tough guys need me time.
Whatever. You're treating us to lunch now.
Hey, we didn't agree to that.
Get in, dummy. We've been watching you, sis. You really screwed up this time. Come on, let's go see Pops. I mean, our beloved father. The man who single-handedly built up the San Wakai Empire from nothing.
I love this manga style they go with. They did these in the first game as well, and I just love how well they're animated. And the voice acting is great too. Todd Havercorn from anime, lots of different animes is here as the villain. It's really cool.
Teenage girls. Oh, and also allows them to take down our entire syndicate in the process. A pair of schoolgirls. I gotta be honest, Sabi, I can't think of anything more embarrassing. I mean, you really blew this one, you know? Obviously, Dad should have left me in charge. I'm sure he sees that now. Sure, you're his blood and all, but sometimes blood don't run so deep. Of course, I'm sure he'll fix that right now. I gotta be honest, I've been waiting my whole life for you to faceplant like this. I might even take a selfie to commemorate the moment.
Boom, boom, boom.
Here she is, Pop. Found her in the trash, literally. I mean, she was actually lying in a pile of...
Quiet!
Yes, sir. You got it, Pops.
I hate it when you call me that. Sabuko, daughter, is what your brother says true? Did you bring shame on our family?
Oh, I love that panel. Oh, it's so good.
I thought you would be ready. I thought you'd be more reliable than your screw-up brother, Ken. I was wrong! It's time to take matters back into my own hands.
Oh, man, that was epic. I mean, I knew he was gonna embarrass the crap out of you, but that was bad. Ah, crap. I forgot to take a selfie.
Oh, so good. Yeah, I love the way that they set up the story with the villains and stuff like that, and I love now that we've got like the villain being like the big like their dad going out there, and he just breaks out of prison. Like he's like, yeah, I could have just left at any time, but I'm just sitting here just for the heck of it, which is so cool. Also, shout out to King Spica there for you know letting me know. Yes, Provy is from River City Underground, which was another one of the River City games. Also, the game, as you can tell, runs at, you know, 30 FPS, but, you know, the controls feel, you know, responsive. I'm actually interested to maybe try it out on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, and maybe see how the game plays a little bit differently there. And hopefully these load times aren't too bad, but we'll see.
All these lockers are in the way. Stupid lockers.
So jump over them.
We got it looks like we got some tutorials in the high school area. Oh, this is for me. So for me, voice acting is great. Yeah, I really like the voice acting in the first game as well, and I think it looks like they're gonna do even more of that this time around. So I kind of like the voice acting on display here. Also, I was like, oh, I guess what happens if I just, you know, stand in the way of that, but I don't really get hurt or anything. And again, I'm already just digging kind of the synth pop kind of vibe, just hanging out even in the school here. The music itself is so good.
What were you children doing out of class? Did you not hear the bell?
No, but that's probably because we got here after it rang. We're like super late today.
Not helping.
Hurry to your desk and watch yourselves. I'll be keeping a knife on you.
Don't you mean I?
That's what I said. Are you questioning me?
God, this teacher's gonna murder her.
Let's discuss after hours in the principal's office.
No, we're good. One of us just has cheese in their ears.
I'm a very messy
Oh,
mother.
so the international one, according to King Spica,
Oh,
yes,
I'm
the
sure.
international one fixes a lot of issues. Patch 1.01 launches on the 15th. Okay, that's good to know, at least, so that we know that there aren't going to be any, like, it should fix a lot of this stuff, hopefully.
Tardiness won't be tolerated. That's gonna be 1 week detention.
What? That's not fair.
Who is this guy anyway?
Talking back to a teacher. Another week.
You can't do that.
Yeah, we just wanted donuts.
I can do whatever I want, being that my family runs this school now.
Well, I don't even know who you are, so take your detention and cram it.
They were very delicious donuts.
And now you're expelled. Ryuichi, would you mind showing these students the window?
What's with the K-pop crew?
Don't you mean show us the door?
Nope.
Oh no, we got kicked out the window. Wait, I guess this is what happens when we play games a little bit early, where, you know, there might be some
Well, at
problems
least we
with them
finished the school
before
stage
the initial
quicker this
release,
time.
but
What do you mean?
yeah, I'm curious to know
Nothing.
what's going to get
Kept it
fixed with
heading.
the first patch anyways.
Something super weird is going on at this school.
That dark-haired
Like,
girl
more
gives
than
me Kill la
usual.
Kill vibes.
No doubt.
Yeah, she kind of does
We
look like
find out.
Ryoko a little bit.
That sounds
That makes sense.
exhausting.
Yeah, I regretted it as soon as
Although
I said it.
you just need to get her like a sailor uniform
Maybe if we play
to
some
do
video games, we'll
get
get
that
a
look
solution.
going there. That's funny. They get out the window just like Miko. Absolutely. At least they didn't fall into, you know, stuff that they didn't want to mention. At least, so they you know, were okay. 2 months later.
Hey kids, how's your video game going? Great, Mom.
Don't miss that power-up.
Right, got it. Were you two planning on taking a break sometime this month?
Why bother?
Yeah, those crummy Yakuza took over our school.
No point in ever going back there.
Well,
Dang, it'd be
did
nice
hear
to
a
see a
sequel to
River City
Vampire
collection.
Adventures.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, they did like a Kunio-kun Double Dragon collection recently with a bunch of the games from the series. So if you're interested in checking more of the River City games out, I believe it's on all platforms, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and it includes like a ton of River City Ransom games, or games from the series anyways. Also, I love this plot device here. Welcome back. You've spent too much time on the couch. Fight enemies, eat food items, complete missions, and find side quests to regain your XP. Choose your own path. So basically, they basically like been sitting on the couch for 2 months, and that's why they've lost their abilities from the first game. Which I think it's such a clever idea to do that, because you know Court Lalonde likes to always talk about video game amnesia being a thing where the characters just forget that's a thing. But I love how they kind of built that into the plot device. You were level 30 and now back to 0. Exactly. And actually it kind of ties into what happened with, River City Girls 0, because River City Girls 0 also had this like overarching story to it. Because that was a re-release of a Super Famicom game that was translated. And in the manga panels there, they find like they're sitting around playing video games, and they kind of pull out this random cartridge, which then is the game that you play in River City Girls 0. So I love the fact that, or at least I'm making this part of my headcanon anyways, that's like kind of taking place in this 2-month period where they're basically just, waiting at home. This is the hideout. You'll respawn here. You can regroup here and swap characters and settings, and you'll refill some stamina when you return. So I think maybe that's what you do when you go in the room, maybe? Or maybe this goes out? We'll see. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it all like kind of connects together that way. Like, I never thought that they would do something like that, but I'm like, now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Also, something tells me in like the PS3, the PlayStation version, there's like gonna be some achievement for bouncing on the bed here. Also, I love too the nice touch in the background there, because you've got like in the middle of the bed, you've got the poster for River City Girls 0 in the middle, and then you've got like a bunch of bands around. And then of course we've got more like Megan McDuffie music here as we're kind of walking around the bedroom. Like, it's so cool. I love kind of all the little Easter eggs they put into the background here. And then we've got, a nice view of the city. We can even do stuff with the punching bag. How long are these games usually? 20 hours? I actually think River City Girls, the original, you can beat it in about, 10 hours or so. It depends on if you're playing with multiple players, because I think if you're playing with 2 players, it goes by a little bit quicker. But, solo, I actually don't think it's more than 10 hours. Though I also know a lot of people kind of struggled with the combat in the first game playing solo, and it being a little bit harder to play that way. But yes, King Spice of pointing out this one takes about 18 hours, which is awesome to know. So yeah, a little bit longer I think than the first one. But it also, you've got more characters this time around. It just seems like it's going to be a much beefier experience this time, which I'm actually like pretty excited about.
We were all paid good money to make sure you don't get in the way again.
Was this bully basically just waiting outside our house, just waiting for us to leave at this point? That's funny. Recruits. Weaken the last enemy left in the scene, and they will beg for your mercy, and we can recruit them, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they did this in the first game as well, where you can recruit the enemies to kind of fight alongside you as you go through. But it's cool that you have 2 enemies this time around to help you out. actually 18 plus hours long, as there's a lots of things to do and find in this game. Yeah, especially with them talking about, you know, side quests and stuff like that. Because there were side quests in the first game, but I imagine that there's just going to be more stuff to do in this game.
Can we maybe not do the fast part? My tummy doesn't feel so hot.
Yeah, my... neither. Maybe we shouldn't have sat on the couch for 2 months straight. Ugh, my previous XP.
Or ate all that junk food.
I can't even remember how to fight. Guess we'll have to relearn everything.
Learn? Ugh, didn't we get expelled so we don't have to learn anymore?
I guess the mall is this way. Yeah, I guess I should probably look around. So yeah, so the way that they, and this is returns kind of from the first game as well. There's like different, all these areas are kind of connected together. And I believe there's gonna be fast travel at some point. And you, like, as we play through, you know, each section here, we're gonna get to a boss at the end, and then it's very linear kind of. But I love how it kind of like shows you all the different off branches you can go to, because there's a bunch of, you know, different stuff to see around the city and do, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is also very much a RPG in the sense that you do have to, you know, level up your characters along the way. Like, we'll actually hit up the dojo down the road to, you know, learn new moves for the character as we, you know, defeat enemies and get money for our characters, which is pretty cool. Like, I love the idea that it feels like more than just like a standard beat 'em up anyways, that there's more to it than just that. Probably just the bus routes again. Yeah, which is, I think, is totally like a fair way of doing the fast travel in this game. But also even just in this first area, it just seems like it's just so much more open, or just so much larger than a lot of the areas even in the last game, which is really cool. Like, it just feels like there's more of a sense of scale here than I was seeing maybe in the first game. I'm going to nominate this to be considered part of the Backtrackers. Love this, especially the RPG elements. Yeah, actually, I think that this game would have been a good game for Backtrackers, or at least the first game would have been good for Backtrackers if, like, when it was still in Game Pass, because the first game was actually in Game Pass for a long time. Also, I'm totally getting my butt kicked here because I was totally going for the weapon there. But now, unfortunately, it's not on Game Pass anymore, but I think I would love to hear, like, the community get together and talk about this game. Like, I think it would be, like, really cool. And we get to see what happens when we die. And just getting the feel for the combat again, because it's been a while since I've played the first one. Also, I've confirmed the fact that there is you can't skip the cutscenes, which is always lovely to know in case you die. You don't have to have played the first game to play this one, right? Yeah, I don't personally think so. Again, I'm also jumping into it for the first time, so I don't know how much that you need the story from the first one, I guess, to carry over to this one. But I personally don't think so, anyways. You might, though, miss some references to other things that happened from the first game, so there is that to consider. But for the most part, I think you'd probably be fine. Like, anyone would probably be fine, jumping into this for the first time and just having a good time. This also seems like a really fun game to play with friends, so I'm actually, like, really excited to maybe play this with other people from the community if other people are picking this up next week. Maybe we could have, like, some games going. I think that'd be fun. But You need to play. You need a friend to play with you for the first chapter solo. It is very hard. New Game Plus makes it way easier when you beat it. I'm definitely noticing, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely noticing the enemies hit harder than the last game. Just even in this opening sequence, I'm having more of a problem with it. But I'm also like not. I'm just trying to find like the good groove with when to use the block button. And I think when I nail that, it'll get a lot easier. But come on. I think I'm like, it's good to maybe get in the habit of like pressing the block button before I start hitting a guy. Knee in the face. I saw people solo this game, so it seems like there's a good balance. Yeah. Again, I feel like once I get, my legs wet a little bit, I feel like I'll be a lot more equipped to handle this anyways. Oh, we can recruit this guy. Yeah, we'll just do that. And we'll get back into the open city again.
Get to that mall, get our game, then get back here as fast as possible.
Can we maybe not do the fast part? My tummy doesn't feel so hot.
Yeah, mine either. Maybe we shouldn't have sat on the couch for 2 months straight. Ugh, my previous XP.
Or ate all that junk food.
Oh man, I kind of like that groovy track in there. Play solo in one died so many times I couldn't count. No money to use. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's why also if I'm gonna die a lot, I would rather it be at the beginning of the game. But yeah, you're right. Like I like though that there's an option to go back to the hideout in this game, so then you don't have money loss. Because that was definitely like a pit that you could fall into in the first game. If you died too many times, you would kind of run out of money very quickly. But here it looks like it's going to be like a good alternative to like know when to go back to the hideout versus when to keep going. He got me with the sand in the face. That's kind of a jerk move. And the best part is, when I got stunned there, it basically just took off like half my health there. What's going on here? Did that seriously go through my block? I was not expecting that. Also, hi, everyone always comes in here and it's like, Ryan, you're always so good at games, and I can't understand why you're so good at games. But here's one of those times where I'm not always super good at every game. But, I'm still enjoying my time playing this. Let this always forever remain video evidence that Ryan isn't good at every single game that exists. We're gonna collect all this money though. Okay, so we gotta find our way to the mall, which I'm guessing is down here. Also, again, I'm just loving the music still. Just playing in this area. Even if we're, dying and stuff. I love listening to some good jams while playing this game. Although I will say, after I've, you know, been jumping into this game on Switch, and then when I compare it to playing this game on Xbox and, you know, the frame rate being different, I gotta say that it feels like I'm, you know, fighting through molasses here, with the frame rate kind of, you know, dipping a little bit here, or even just running at 30 frames per second. So I don't know how much I'm loving the frame rate in this state, but I will have to get used to it, that's for sure. Yo, Tony Baker, welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, good sir.
Harry! Oh, hi! Nice running into you two. Where are you headed?
I will play it on PS5. Yeah, I think that might be a good solution. Like, it'll probably eliminate the load times. It'll run at 60 frames per second. Like, it seems like the current gen consoles are probably going to be the best ways to play this game.
Video games or tabletop games?
Table what?
We don't need furniture. No, it's like with game boards and D20s and little pewter figures of elves and warriors. I understand maybe 3 of those words. Never mind. Video game stores at the other end of the mall. I'll mark it on your phone.
Thanks.
Have a good night,
Don't get beat up,
Jalish.
okay?
Thank you so much for coming out today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening,
For a while
and we'll see you
first?
later. I've been watching people play since Japan's launch, and they said that as well. Yeah, I feel like like I almost kind of wish that I had gotten this maybe on Xbox instead of Switch, because I didn't play the first one on Switch. So I thought, okay, maybe that's like the best way to get the double pack then, since I was gonna have to buy the double pack anyways. So that's why I got the Switch version. But I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have maybe gotten the Xbox version instead. We'll see. Although there's a very high likelihood that we actually might end up getting a code on Xbox for this. So I may end up actually playing it there after all. Come on! I was so close to not getting hit there. Sloan feels like the characters are having training weights on. All consoles played the same way, so they need a patch. Oh, okay. So maybe that is part of the optimization patch you were talking about earlier. So maybe it's not just the Switch version then. So that's interesting. I'm interested then to see what the Switch version plays like then after the patch. Because, like, yeah, you're right, definitely right. Like, it feels like I'm playing Callisto Protocol over here, as far as, you know, how slow I'm moving. So it's like, it's making it harder to, you know, dodge attacks and stuff like that, or block attacks, I think. So yeah, again, like, even more reason why I'm, like, excited to maybe check it out after the patch next week. And maybe it's like, maybe I don't play it too much this week, until that patch comes out, I think. Because, like, I was like, okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll play it on stream today, and then, like, I'll play it all weekend, and then we'll do, like, a review for it for next week. But, you know, knowing that there's a patch coming to you know, fix some of the slowness issues, maybe that it might be better to kind of wait with some of that stuff. Ooh, there's a barbecue cabin down here. I like how everyone's just, like, hanging out. It feels like there's, like, the streets are, like, really populated in this game by the looks of it, which is just kind of cool. Or they hit too many double Merv burgers. Oh, yeah, I love that reference, first of all. King Spice it, that's great. But yes, that's kind of what it feels like. And actually, it kind of makes sense when you think about the story, where they're literally, again, sitting around for 2 months, you know, eating fast food and stuff like that. Because likewise, I feel like it's just so hard to get through, like, fight multiple enemies when it feels like I'm playing in slow motion half the time. But also, it's one of those things where we're not really locked into any of these areas, so like we can like run really through here and kind of avoid some of these enemies if we want to, which is nice. But you know, if we can, you know, get through these areas and conserve our money, then that'll actually help us in the long run kind of level our characters. So that's part of the reason why I'm, you know, fighting through the pain a little bit here. Also, I need to use my heavy attack a little more often, because I haven't been using it as much. So that area is locked. Let's check our phone. Also, like, some of the menu stuff, it seems like it's well optimized, but it's just a matter of, you know, a lot of this other stuff seems like kind of the problem here. Like, the main gameplay itself is the kind of the problem here. Alright, so it says we can go this way. So, I love how, like, each area gives us a checkpoint, so at least when we die, you're not going that far back. Because, to King Spice's point, you know, we're probably gonna, like, even when the game's running optimally, we're still gonna die a lot in this game. Like, it's a very hard game, so I'm actually kind of expecting that. But I like how the checkpoints don't seem too far from each other. So even if we do die, it's not like a huge loss. The menus are 60 FPS, but I'm not sure. But not in game. Yeah, like or like when I load up the phone. Oh my god, I was not expecting that to kind of glitch out the prompt there. But like the GPS for like the phone itself seems like it's, you know, running at, you know, 60 FPS. But I'm sure a lot of people didn't know this, but the more you eat, the more your stats are increased. But after you eat the item once. Yeah, that's kind of how you level up in this game. That is definitely a thing. Which is why also, like, the food, the health, you know, items are actually very limited in the environments themselves, and usually, like, we're looking for, like, a food place and then spending money to increase our character's stats that way. Which is why, like, saving the money is a good thing. Alright, y'all are gonna take the park bench to the face. Also, we're locked in here. We've got a barrel. Also, I love the change in music. Ooh, we got a shovel. Bash these dudes over the head with the shovel. Oh, that's what the barrel does. We just knock people into it with the shovel. Also, it doesn't look like I can knock people into this pit over here. That's what I was kind of expecting to do. I almost could have recruited her there. There we go. We got ourselves a nice apple. Let's go into the convenience store, though.
Hey there! Buy something.
Eating consumable item will earn you a permanent stat boost for the first time it's eaten. Of course, you can eat them in the shop or save them for later. The first game I ate, every store item and reach level 30, all stats were maxed. Before Butter Knife threw it. Yeah, I think that's like the best way to kind of do it, which is why, like, even though we don't need to eat a lot of the stuff from the store, like, because we're at full health right now, it's better for us to eat what we can now, especially because you do lose money later if we die. So I'm actually gonna just go top down with some of the items. So like, I'll eat these two now.
Got it.
And then I'm going to save the potato snaps for later.
Good
and then
choice.
that way, we've eaten pretty much everything once, except for the bacon rod, which we'll have to, you know, remember to do that later.
See you later.
And then I like, too, that how it gives you, like, the breakdown of what what each of the stats are that you earn from the food as well. So then you know that. Oh my God, I'm moving so much faster already. It's kind of ridiculous, just how much of a difference that makes. Like, you move like slow as molasses before, and for good reason, for story reasons, of course. But I was kind of hoping he wouldn't kick me there. I was kind of hoping he would beg for forgiveness there. But I need to recruit someone. There we go. Get ourselves some more money there. But yeah, like just with the food I ate at the beginning, it makes like a huge difference. So I can't even imagine like just how different a level 30 character in this game is gonna feel versus the characters at the beginning here. All right, let's eat your potato chips. There we go. Got a little bit of our stamina back. Got some increased stats. And apparently, I didn't realize that when they do go into that throw motion, I can't attack them even when they're doing that. Just gotta avoid them. Looks like a 9 out of 10 to me, says Sean Capri in the chat. I mean, I hope so. Again, our entire fantasy critic, livelihood is riding on this game. So it's got to do something. Also, it looks like we got a yo-yo here. We got fossil fuel is the name of the gas station. It looks like we can't go in here just yet. So let's see. So of course, it looks like that then goes through another area, which I'm guessing unlocks through a side quest or something. So I guess we got to go down. Also, Sean, this music is dope, and I don't really care. It's worth it just for that to me. Also, this gives us a good opportunity, too, now that I've got, a little more money and stuff, maybe to go in and get the last item from the convenience store. Or not. I guess we fell into the pit. So I was not expecting her to kick us that far. Oh man, I just ran right into that K. I'm going to share the stream on Twitter. Good idea, Sean. Although, if you've ever wanted, and I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to say it again because you weren't here. If you've ever wanted like photographic evidence that Ryan isn't good at every game in the world, this is Exhibit A, because I've been dying a lot in this game, which is good. I actually kind of like that there's like a good challenge going on with this game. But, so let's grab the bacon rod. We'll just eat it now.
Sure thing.
Because then it'll restore our health. And then I'm just going to take an extra fizz to kind of
Drop
store
by
it.
anytime.
All right, there we go. So now we're level up with the last item to level up. I just barely got out of the way of that charging dude. Gotta soak up all that money. Let's go in here. We'll go to Cream Dream.
Hey, you found us.
All right,
what
so
you want?
got lots of expensive food here. We'll have to come back here later. And let's go here.
Get in my dojo and fight!
So the dojo is where we can, level up and give ourselves a bunch of different attacks here. So this is definitely going to help us, in the long run. But they're all very expensive. So, of course, we're not going to do that.
Go beat up the world.
Also, I totally love that we've got, Jimmy from Double Dragon there as the head of the dojo. I think that's really cool. Because, yes, the River City games, for those that don't know, actually take place in the Double Dragon universe. They're, like, kind of combined together. They're, like, one big cinematic universe of coolness. So. I do not want this guy to grab me. Billy and Jimmy are Jimmy, two different dojos and made by the same creator. We're gonna grab this trash can and go in here. Also, I love like the trash can. We're holding it over our heads, but we can't jump while we're using it. So it's like a nice touch. River City and Double Dragon. Yeah, absolutely. Although it would be so much better if instead of it was Billy, if it was Bimmy instead, because Bimmy, of course, the truest version of Bimmy and Jimmy, of course. I was like, oh, I want to crack open this box. But then I totally threw that at me. We're going to break this vending machine. Grab that apple. Can you talk about online or couch co-op options? So, first of all, when the game launches next week, they're actually going to have 4-player co-op, and there's going to be online co-op as well for up to 2 players. Currently, right now, until the day 1 patch comes out next week, it's only going to be 2 players locally as of right now. But yes, there will be 4-player co-op, and then online for 2 players later next week. And as far as is this only on Switch? No, it is coming to everything. So PS4, PS5, Xbox, as well as Switch and PC. So literally every platform under the sun, this will be out next week on. But I am playing on the Switch version today. But actually, King Spice pointed out earlier, because you're probably noticing, Sean, that the game itself running only at 30 frames per second. Apparently that will be optimized in the next patch that comes out. So even though it's running at a lower frame rate here, and it actually runs at the same frame rate apparently on, the modern consoles currently. That'll actually be fixed next week. So we're gonna eat this salmon nigiri till we can increase our attack.
Sure thing.
And then we'll save our $9 for later. Also, I'm totally bobbing my head because I think this track that's playing right now is a total bop. And again, continue to say this for the rest of the stream. The music in this game is so gosh darn good. Ooh. She attacks very quickly. There we go. Got an extra person now. The recruit button. Oh.
You
two heading inside the mall?
Stranger danger!
Chill, dude. What's it to you, Bob?
Some Yakuza gang.
Paul's got a really weird outfit going on there. Like, what's with the hearts on the boxing gloves? Like, what's going on with that?
Even the video game store?
I guess. Never stopped there. But they got that whole mall locked down.
Why are you telling us?
Recruit button on Switch, so it's actually tied to the triggers on the Switch. So ZL and ZR.
Everyone in town.
And yes, I'm from Canada, so I say Z.
Well, if you need another pair of fists and you got
Shirts with love.
by any time, I'll help you clean that whole place.
Oh, hi Lucklef, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Yes, apparently so. He's all about the hearts. He's got the heart sunglasses. He's got the heart, chain. He's got the heart boxing gloves. This is so good. You have 2 assists at this time. Yeah, which I think is like a really good move. And I like how they're like mapped to different buttons. I think that's it. I kind of like how that's set up. So basically, Paul just told us, hey, the mall's locked down. Because, of course, they took over the mall. So we got to go there to get to the video game store. But we've also got to go to Mars Burgers to go get some cool Marv Burger stuff. So let's see. So I love, first of all, that, all of these usually give you positive stats, but the Marv Double, since it's so unhealthy for you, if you eat it, you'll get a whole bunch of stamina, but it slows you down. Like, I love that that's a thing that's in this game. It's so true to fast when you can think about fast food. So we want to, let's see, we got $22. Again, I think I like the stamina boost. So I think I'm going to go with the Merv single. We're going to eat the Merv single to give ourselves that. I know it's, kind of using up a lot of our stats there, but I think that's going to help us out in a big way. I almost wish I wasn't fighting this guy right behind this van so I could actually, see what he's up to. Also, I'm starting to learn with the Pompadour guys, I shouldn't attack them right away. I should let them attack me first and then kind of go in for the kill. Also, there were so many enemies there that we just fought off. In theory, we've almost got enough to buy another item from Mars Burgers, but I think we'll actually go into the fridge to the mall after we talk to Paul again. No, I was kind of hoping Marv would maybe have a side quest for us or something else, but nope. Oh yeah, here we go. This is actually, the song that's playing here is like one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack. So I'm very excited for this. And also here's like one of the first songs that has vocals in the main areas. Ooh, we got Amy's Candy. Let's go into Amy's Candy. What do we got in here?
Oh, hello. Please come in.
So one of the nice things about like the candy shops like this one, you still get kind of the same stats as the other stuff, but the items are cheaper. So let's just do this watermelon. Just in case we do die in this area.
Oh, thank you for
We don't lose too much money. Also, the baseball has like such a super short range, but you can totally chuck it at people, which is cool. I'm resisting the urge to like hum along with the song as it plays because I think that would be very annoying for you guys, especially with the way that's kind of delayed for how I'm hearing it versus how y'all are hearing it on the stream. Come on.
Sure are a hell of a lot of Yakuza in here. Even more than a typical weekend.
Maybe there's a sale. Is it Black Friday?
We're not going shopping right now. We're here for one video game, then back home.
Fashion doesn't just happen, you know. You have to work.
Now, try working at clobbering these henchmen with me.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, I learned a new move. Diving volleyball save. Gotta collect all that money. Ooh, let's go to TKO Music. What do we got in here?
Please look around.
Don't break anything.
Okay, so this shop we can buy music for the hideout. So the hideout we were in earlier where we can, change characters and stuff like that for those that kind of missed the beginning of the stream. If we like the music in the game, we can actually change some of there, which is kind of cool. We're not going to spend our money on that though later.
We'll be around.
For now until we kind of get our steps up a bit. Also, one of the things, speaking of the music, one of the things I like about the music in this game as well is the way it's set up, like the music itself is based around the boss in that area. And it's kind of like the vocals are based on the boss's personality. So with us fighting Ken as probably the first boss, or at least I'm assuming Ken's the first boss. I love how like the song is kind of about him in his area, which is pretty cool. Ooh, these are some wardrobe items. Apparently padlock bra is an item you can get in this game to double the velocity of thrown weapons, and that's a thing. Grabbing money can heal your wounds. So these are like all kinds of like passive upgrades that we could get, but they're all kind of expensive, so I don't know if we need any of these for now. I think it's more important, I think, to build up our skills by eating food more than anything. Getting that running attack unlocked just made all the difference in the world with some of these enemies. Give me that money. Kind of just ran into that attack. Is this my new theme song going into anything scary this year? Kind of. I feel like, that it might suit you a little bit, a lot. Just saying. Just played the first level of my new game of the year. What's your new game of the year, Sean? I need to know. Oh, dude, Sonic Frontiers. Yes, I am so happy, Sean, that you're playing that game, because holy crap, that game is so good. Lol, it's not. I'm cramming. Fair enough. But I am really excited to hear what you have to say about Sonic, Sean, because that game is so fun. And I just really hope you enjoy it. I'm taking after Kevin and being unemployed today. I mean, Kevin was at work, you know, when we were talking to him earlier. But I might be able to sneak in some Elden Ring. Sean, you're never gonna play Elden Ring. I have a funny feeling you will never play Elden Ring ever. I wonder if you can. Oh, you can. I was not expecting that to actually work. Do you not get anything? This is like a cool secret. I never would have thought to like hop up here. So, oh, that's cool. Maybe there's, you know, achievements tied to breaking down those stat sheets. But... Lol, I'm happy when you're cramming. I'm doing some cramming on the hour-and-a-half drive tonight. All you guys are just cramming for the end of the year, and I'm just over here playing River City Girls 2, a brand new game that's not out until next week instead. And just being like, YOLO.
Next stop, the video game store.
OMG, look what's playing at the movie theater.
Oh my god, something? Evil Cabin?
Okay, next stop, a movie. Then, the video game store.
Yes.
Of course, we got, you know, more kind of meta humor going on here. I love it. Like, I love all the Easter eggs they used to put in the background in both this game and the last one. Just really cool. Alright, where are the rest of the enemies? Alright, there we are. And we died. That's our first death in a while. Again, like, the increased stats definitely helped. It's like such a huge change versus, you know, the start of the game. Oh my god, I was not expecting the checkpoint to be that far back. But that's okay. We'll get through this. Oh, and I gotta recruit people all over again. Although I love that I'm kind of like able to just jumble these three dudes together.
Next stop, the video game store.
Oh.
OMG, look what's playing at the movie
I'm gonna grab that yo-yo.
We really shouldn't.
Please.
Okay, next stop, a movie. Then, the video game store.
Yes.
I gotta try and not kill these guys, not murder these guys so quickly. I gotta recruit one of them at the end here. No dollar left behind. Oh, I jumped too fast. I should have just recruited her at the end because I could have used her. Kyoko no Joko, absolutely. I can't even imagine. Again, I mentioned it earlier, but I can't even imagine what like the level cap characters are gonna play like, because then you'll be like zooming around the battlefield and you'll be like super powerful. Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, here we go. It's Ken. Sabu family rich boy Yakuza.
We meet again, huh?
Ew, it's that weird teacher from school. The one
It's
that
creepy
smells-
Todd Habercorn.
And threw us out a window.
Oh yeah, not cool, dude.
The name's Ken, and my father, Sabu, runs this town now.
He's the mayor?
I didn't know we had a mayor.
He's not the mayor. He's the head of the San Wakai criminal organization.
Aren't criminals not supposed to refer to themselves as criminals?
I'm not one for pomp and circumstances.
Pom-poms and circus dances?
You two shamed my family by defeating my embarrassing sister in battle.
Misuzu?
Hibari?
Noise?
Sabuko.
Oh, she was my next guess.
Yeah, mine too.
I love how they just kind of forgot about her. And Noise, of course, one of the most, memorable bosses from the last game.
I humiliated you by expelling you from your school.
Seriously?
I don't even go to that school.
What's humiliating about getting a 2-month vacation from books and learning?
True that.
Anyway, now it's time to kill you both. Per my, father's plan, which is now unfolding.
I mean, you could try.
But that usually doesn't work out too well for people.
Oh, we shall see.
Alright, here we go. Let's take down Ken.
Time to die, kiddos!
Oh, trying to block those was a bad idea. Alright, time for phase 2.
So that's how you want to play it?
We gotta do a little bit of a leap there.
Help me!
Alright, even if we die here, I have a pretty good feel on this boss fight now, I think. I was expecting that. So now that I know, so when he goes into the phase transition, gotta get behind the seats. And then when he's shooting from side to side, gotta do like a jump up and down. I think I've got a good handle on this boss. But hopefully we don't have to sit through the
We meet again, huh?
oh, there
Ew,
we go.
it's that
We
weird
can
teacher from
actually skip
school.
this. Good. Alright, here we go. Round 2.
Time to die, kiddos!
Time for the phase transition. Or I guess that's not what you do? I wonder how I avoid those. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Hurry up!
Don't want to get hit there. Oh, that was definitely not worth getting that extra hit in there. But it dropped some food, which is nice. Why did he like kind of like stop and disappear and stuff when I threw him? That's so dumb. Don't want to get hit by that. Alright, phase transition again. Oh, there it is. I did not see the opening the last time. That is really helpful to know. I did not. That was a bad idea. So if we die too much on this boss, we're gonna get drained of our money real quick. But this is one of those things where, you know, we're gonna lose some resources with this guy, but we'll get some good money when we beat him, I think.
We meet again, huh?
Ew, it's that.
Because if we go back to the hideout and save our money, we're gonna have to go through the whole mall sequence again. So I don't know if we want to do that. Okay. So there we go. So we didn't get hit this time, which is nice. Although I did not expect him to do that jump kick there. Excellent. They left some food for me. It looks like if I hit him before he gets picked up, he'll leave food behind, which is helpful to know. I almost jumped into it that time.
Help me.
There we go. Every time he does that move, I'm just like, I just don't know the best way to get out of the way of that. Of course did that move again. Alright, phase transition. This is the spot to stand in. Oh, he's got faster shots this time. Oh, get away from that. I actually managed to avoid that. And oh my god, I'm such a dummy. But there we go. We downed Ken, our very first boss in the game. Whew. Again, it took a little bit of learning to get through that, but...
You two aren't half bad. Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, we told you.
Maybe he's got wax in his ears.
He does look a little grimy.
Allow me to put a bullet between yours.
Between our what?
Eyes, maybe?
Ears! Between your ears? You just said ears, so that's why I'm gonna shoot you now!
Maybe he does got wax in his ears.
A bullet between the ears? That's not a saying.
Apparently there's more of you than I expected. Whatever. Ken out!
Well, that was confusing.
Don't mind me
I'm not even so sure
calling
that guy is
ambulance
a
from
teacher, you know?
stroke.
What's it
Oh,
say?
it's so good.
Guess we're headed back to North Ravine Lane.
It's totally worth it. If not just for the manga cutscenes alone. The cutscenes, Sean, in this game are so good. Oh my god. Oh, we got 2,000 experience for beating Ken, and $150. That's a lot of stuff, and better than you for the hideout. So we can anytime we want to, we can go blast better than you in the hideout. I'm stoked for that.
So, who do you think it was?
We
that
got
stopped
backflip
Ken
escape.
from
So,
killing us?
Guess we'll find out soon enough.
oh, and we got dab. Also, it's really eerie fighting when there's no music. Why did you have to make me kill him? I really did not want to. Sean. Oh my god, Sean. Meet me at North Ravine Lane. That's all. That's the honk, is what the message says. Because I didn't realize that there's actually text messages coming in over where my head is on the stream. So actually, we'll have to read those when those come in. So now, just like a normal mall, instead of, hearing the music kind of full blast, you've got it playing like over the loudspeaker. That's like a really nice effect. I love that. And I love too that it's like music from the first game as well, rather than, the newer stuff, which is kind of cool. Yo, Kevin Marble, enjoying the game so far? Absolutely. I thought it was a little bit sluggish at first because, it kind of fits in with the story because the characters are, they kind of take 2 months off and come back to, fighting again. So it made sense why it felt a little bit slow at the beginning. So I did definitely struggle a little bit with the game starting out, but I'm actually having a great time with it now and really enjoying it. Like, I think this game's great. And I'm actually excited to play more. So, we're going to hop in here to the tea place. I think we're going to just, we got $213. We're going to just drink all the tea. Because we want to drink and eat everything at least once, so then we are able to level up with it. Glad to hear it. I was the senior VFX artist on it. It's nice to see people enjoying it. Well, first of all, huge thank you for coming out to the stream and for, making an awesome game. I actually loved, River City Girls, the original, and was super stoked ever since this was announced to play this, which is actually one of the reasons why I imported my copy from Japan, because I was so excited to get it. So yeah, I'm so happy that this game's finally here and that we're finally playing it. I think you guys did a great job with it. So thank you so much for hopping in and checking out the stream today. Also, I got to give a huge shout out to Mega Man Duffy once again for providing incredible music for this game. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh man, that dab seems like really powerful. Like it's one of the moves I got after beating Ken, where it just like knocks them across the stream. Oh my god, it's so good. All right, let's go to the exit. Actually, let's check our GPS as well, because like we do need to go through there. There's also some more food items that we can get, and actually it looks like we're supposed to be going farther back, kind of back to the beginning of the game. They probably won't let us go any further than that, but the dab is my favorite. Yeah, because I wasn't. First of all, it's really powerful, but also I love like the visual effect on Kyoko when I do it. Like it looks cool, and then it's also powerful. Which is just like the perfect combination of what you'd want for the all-powerful dab, of course. Plus, like, having a move like that, too, is, like, really good for crowd control, so then you can, you know, bounce guys back when I have a bunch of characters on screen. And again, like, even though the characters felt like very sluggish at the beginning, I'm like, this game ramps up real quick with the combat, and I'm really digging it. I kind of wanted to recruit a second one of these guys. Oh, there we go. Whew. Or I guess I can only have one of them at the same time, which is fine, I guess. So we got a yo-yo. I'm looking for more like secret areas as well, kind of like the jungle gym we actually went up to, or the climbing wall we went up to earlier. Ha! Y'all thought you could get me with that kick, huh? I may also zoom through this a little bit so we can maybe see the next objective before I've got to sign off for the day. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. So maybe we will put out a review next week. I was thinking, you know, maybe we should wait for the optimization patch. And I think like maybe before I film it, I'll at least play it with the patch. But I think maybe we will do the review next week. I was thinking of maybe delaying it because of to wait for it. Also, that the flying kick seems really useful, and I know this person's recruitment is really useful, so let's try and recruit them. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we don't need any music. Let's just eat the tea now. Boom, 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 boom. I think we ate all the candy from the candy store. Oh no, we didn't.
Hello.
Let's do that because all of it's cheap.
Of course. Here you go.
And then we'll store this last one.
Okay. Goodbye then.
We're already cruising as well. We're already level 5. And I feel like we're going to... Oh, there we go. I was just about to say, we're going to probably get to level 6 pretty soon. And there it is. All right, there we go. Now we got the music back in full force. What is this store?
Hello there.
Half asleep, half awake. So again, more passive abilities. Soothing sounds make healing items more effective. Attack is stronger, but you move more slowly. Make item stores cheaper. Do we... Yeah, that's an item where it's like... It makes sense to maybe go for something like this, the smartwatch, and just save for it. Because then it just helps the buying the items later. But it's just one of those things where at that point it's like, well... we'll kind of be... It'll have diminishing returns, I think. So I don't know if it's worth it. Yo, Court, I'm out in public watching you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, good sir. Wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening here in Toronto. Cool 8 degrees outside. But I hope you're having a good night, my friend. Thank you so much for coming and checking out the stream as well. Also, I did not mean to fall down the pit there, but, you know, here we are. I'm getting sushi by myself. Oh, I'm sorry, Court. Well, if it makes you feel better, Court, I'm going to go see a movie by myself a little bit later. So, I hear you. I hear you on that one. From the patch notes that were submitted a couple days ago, added online multiplayer 2 players, increased local multiplayer to 4 players, adjusted Tsukio boss fight, and added extra manga cutscene. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I'm actually like really excited to try out the multiplayer with friends, like online multiplayer. Yes, it's only 2 players, but I think it's going to be super fun to play with some more people. But I think like the 4-player co-op is going to be really fun as well if you've got, you know, split like enough friends around the couch to play. But yeah, I'm actually excited for that multiplayer patch. Day 1, it's going to be really cool. Also, I want to make sure I'm going in the right direction. So I'm there. So actually, I need to go back through the mall and then go around. Or I need to go up, I should say. Yeah, that's right. You go in the pit now. See, the downside of knocking these guys down the elevator shaft is we don't get their money if we do that. I need to be... I mean, this game looks fun. Yes, Court. Actually, this game is very fun. It gets off to a bit of a slow start, but again, there's story reasons why it does, so I can't fault the game for that. But it's very fun. Like, once it picks up, like, once I got my, you know, groove in after the first, you know, 20 or 30 minutes, like, it gets off to the races. It's really fun. And I can only imagine, again, if you've got, you know, 4 friends sitting around at home, or, you know, the 2 players online, like, I think the co-op's gonna be very fun for this game. In the same way that, you know, something like Turtles was fun earlier this year as well. Also, I just love the ridiculousness of this area and just like how colorful and stuff it is. I just love the look of this game as well. Oh, I got swipe there. We'll eat that hard candy, get that extra buff. There we go. We now have the luchador wrestler hanging out with us now, which is exciting. If I had 4 friends sitting around my house, I'd kick them out and tell them to get a job like Kevin. Oh my god. Sean, you're too much sometimes. Same Sean, I'm the kind of guy that wishes he was at home. Oh man. So I'm guessing this party room, we probably have to come back here later because I'm guessing there's some kind of side quest in this area later. Also, I kind of want to find a dojo to then go level up my skill or get some extra abilities, I think. Okay, so we were there. I fell down the cliff. Just to warn you, if you do fight another boss, save before fighting or quit during the fight. If this bug happens, if the boss becomes invincible and takes no damage and quit, you have to do it again. Oh, that sounds very annoying. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. That's actually like really useful information to know, I think. Because, like, yeah, you're right. Because, yeah, if something like that happened while I was fighting Ken or something, I would imagine that would be very annoying. Oh, the luchador guy does a roll. Gotta collect all that money. I'm so used to the Y button being in the, on top, like on the Xbox, because I'm always playing there. But I keep pressing the wrong button there. But anyways, so next thing we'll want to do is, so we want to go again to the left. So that's where we're going. Rather than dying here, let's go up here real quick. We're gonna hit up Merv's Burgers because
let me know if you want
we're gonna just scarf down all this fast food to heal, rather than losing our money anyways.
Sure, I guess. Next time, bring more money.
Also, now I'm slow because I ate the double Merv. I went double Merv like you're not supposed to. Also, I'm out here and I'm like, why is there like a random radio station with like commercials going on? Like that's the music that's in this area now, as opposed to like the really cool music. I was actually expecting him to attack first, which is why I'm a little cautious. All right, now we got the music kicking in again. Grab that moolah. And I kind of want to save some money because I want to go, again, since it's on our way back, I kind of want to stop by the dojo and get some new moves. Oh no! My luchador got hit. Also, I think I'm getting better with the timing for that block, like the parry move, I think. The music is so good. Yes, absolutely 100%. The music is really good in this game. Also, I'm just walking very slowly with this box over my head. Alright, so let's whack him with the box. So we're gonna go learn some new moves from Jimmy. Alright, so we're obviously not going to get some of these super expensive ones. So let's do... So we got $121 to spend. I definitely want the spin kick to give ourselves like a good aerial attack. So let's do that. And then... let's get this backhand spring, because that might be good for enemies behind us. And then I think that's all we can buy for now. I think we're set up well.
World, dude.
Well, that's cool. We've got some concept art in here. What is... I mean, Honker is the, Twitter, giving us all these, tips and stuff like that. Again, the first time I'm actually kind of going through the phone app here. So let's see. So how do we activate some of those moves? So running moves, and die ball slave. We haven't been using a lot of the B moves yet, the aerial moves, the butt bump. We have not been using the butt bump clearly enough in this game. That hasn't been a thing that's happening. There we go. Oh, there's the backhand kick. That's good. Cool. So let's see, how much farther are we from the objective? Okay, we're like 2 screens over. That's good. Also, did we buy everything in here? Ooh. Okay. Ooh. We can buy some stuff from Cream Dream, so let's grab ourselves a nice sundae. Everyone likes a good sundae. And then I think we'll keep this sorbet, just store it for later. Give ourselves that extra stat boost. And as I totally walk off the cliff, alright. Eat our sorbet now that we need that extra health. we are like on cruise control at this point, which is nice. Definitely a stark contrast to, again, starting at level 1 and then going all over again. Alright, this next area should be the area we're supposed to go to. We even managed to interrupt that throw. Usually, I thought that was uninterruptible. So. I kind of wish this giant car wasn't in the way. It just makes it kind of annoying to get around the screen here. And I gotta keep my distance just a bit because I do not want to die. And we died. But even though we are dead, and normally I'd be like, oh, we'll just keep going. I just looked at the time, and I'm like, oh, we probably actually need to stop the stream soon. So I'm sorry to kind of run in the middle of the game here. We're, about to try again. But huge thank you to everyone who came out today to watch the stream of River City Girls 2. Honestly, my first thoughts definitely changed from where it started the game out as versus, where I am now in the story, where, I've got a much better handle on the game now. I'm just really, really enjoying this game a lot. And I can really see myself diving into this over the next couple days and just having a great time with it. So we've also know that there's a big patch coming out for it on Tuesday. And definitely for those that are curious as to whether or not you should pick it up now or wait till next week's release. Honestly, even though I'm glad that I got the double pack that comes with both games ahead of time, because I did want the physical copy that came with both games, I do think it's probably better to wait just until next week's release at this point, because then you're going to get that day one patch, you're going to get the online multiplayer day one, and I think all that stuff is going to help you enjoy the game a little bit more. Plus, the game should run at a much better frame rate than the way it's running now, so I think that's probably the best advice I can give out there if anyone's looking at this game and is interested in checking it out. So next Tuesday, December 13th, check out River City Girls 2. I am very excited for everyone to play it. But until then, friends, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Sean, Michelle, King Spica, Court, everyone for coming out and hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care, everybody. Good night, everybody.